Blackstone Audio presents The Politically Incorrect Guide to the British Empire by H.W. Crocker III. This book is read by Ray Porter. For Fiona, Regis, Rafferty, Garnet, Oberon, and Trajan. The British Empire was a great and wonderful social, economic, and even spiritual experiment, and all the parlor pinks and eager, ill-informed intellectuals cannot convince me to the contrary. Noel Coward, Diary Entry, 3rd February, 1957. Part 1. Rule Britannia. Chapter 1. The Enduring Empire. The British Empire still exists, thank goodness, with its outposts in the Falkland Islands, Bermuda, Gibraltar, the British Antarctic Territory, Pitcairn Island, and a peppering of other British overseas territories, including Anguilla, the British Virgin Islands, and St. Helena, and Crown dependencies, closer to home, the Isle of Man and the Channel Islands. Together they ensure that the sun still does not set on the British Empire. At its height, though, Britain's empire was the largest ever, covering a quarter of the globe, or half of it if you count Britain's control of the seas, and governing a quarter of the world's population. The empire was incontestably a good thing. The fact that it is controversial to say so is why this book had to be written. In the groves of academe, colonialism and imperialism are dirty words, the fons et origo of Western expansion with all its alleged sins of racism, capitalism, and ignorant, judgmental, hypocritical Christian moralism. But if the left hates imperialism, so do many so-called paleo-conservatives or paleo-libertarians who blame the British Empire for dragging the United States into two unnecessary, in their minds, world wars. Still, most Americans are sympathetic to Britain. They think of her as our oldest and most reliable ally, even if they might be ambivalent at best about the British Empire or harbor a knee-jerk disapproval of it. Isn't the Empire what we fought against in 1776? In fact, no. Aren't Americans anti-imperialists by birth? John Adams didn't think so when he foresaw in 1755 with prescience and pleasure the transfer of the great seat of empire to America. Thomas Jefferson didn't think so when he referred to America as an empire of liberty, or urged the annexation of Canada. And President...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?